Hey guys, last video on the nervous system, and I guess last video for bio for this year. Hope everybody's doing okay. Just a little bit on memory. And with memory, there's kind of three parts to it. All right, I'll try and get the notes up here quick so you can see them. The first is momentary memory, and momentary memory is we kind of use like a 7 plus or minus 2 as the amount. So like a phone number like 871-5509, you could keep that memory pretty quickly. If you wanted it to become something that you need to remember for a long time, it has to get transferred into short-term memory or long-term. Momentary memory is just sort of a quick device to hang on to bits of information, and we need to process that information longer to put it into short-term or long-term memory. So if someone told you a phone number and you dialed it and talked to someone for a while, if you needed that phone number later on in the day, you would rehearse that number in your head a little bit longer, and you could get it into short-term or long-term memory depending where you needed it. But if it was just a one-time thing, that number would be gone out of your head within a few minutes after, and it'd be very hard to retrieve it. Memory is something that needs to be retrieved, and so being able to access it is part of the problem. People that are really good at studying and learning in school, they're really good at understanding what is important in a class. Like, you get taught lots of different things. The people that do well on tests and sort of are good students or top students, they understand what is really important, and they will rehearse and study those important points and get them into long-term memory so it's there. And then retrieval of memory is sometimes hard for people. There are people that understand courses well, but they have trouble on tests. And that is, they just can't access, they can't find. So what we think a memory is a memory is a little pathway within the brain connecting many, many neurons together. And so for me, I know when I'm really trying to remember something, I kind of close my eyes and I'm literally physically searching around in my brain for that access point to that memory. And sometimes you'll find it, sometimes you'll find it quickly, and other times you just can't find it. And then, 2 hours later, you're like, oh, I just remembered the answer to that question. And that's kind of the frustrating part about memory. Everybody's a little bit different, and you got to be able to go. So short-term memory is stuff that will last a week or so, all right, a few hours to a few days. And then long-term memory is weeks to years. And we look at people with Alzheimer's, that have memory issues. A lot of times their short-term memory is almost non-existent. They might not even know, who just left the room 5 seconds ago, but yet they can remember a story from 30 or 40 years ago. So Alzheimer's, for each person, it's a little bit individual. A lot of long-term memory is still there, but their short-term memory is non-existent. Okay, have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon.